DH Solar is your one-stop for high-quality solar tracking equipment. DH Solar evolved from our sister company, DH Satellite. We have been building satellite tracking equipment for more than 30 years. The parent corporation of DH Solar is a debt-free family corporation that has been manufacturing for the past 45 years. With our experience in satellite antennas, we recognize the great potential for us to produce high-quality ground-mounted solar systems for virtually any residence or business. Ground mounting has many inherent advantages over the traditional roof-mounted systems. Great flexibility to pick a location that has a good southern exposure. No worries about roof leaks. Solar panels are the most efficient when cool and can lose up to 15% efficiency when they are next to a hot roof in the summer. Our 2-axis solar tracker follows the sun the same way we track satellites by polar tracking. We do not search for the sun as others do, but rather track its arc throughout the day and reset the system at midnight. There is a second adjustment once a week to account for the changing arc of the sun. The tracker is always pointed at the sun, even after a rainstorm. Our tracking system is made in the USA. We now use a US-made controller that is produced by a supplier to major corporations. It is heavy-duty and designed to work in any temperature. Our system has stainless steel U-bolts, so the vertical members and brackets are adjustable. Remember that any brand's solar panel will fit on our system.
Thank you for looking at the website of DH Solar. DH Solar manufactures tracking systems for tracking the sun. We have 3 different products that we want to show you and a whole tour showing different systems and our factory. Right here we're on a project for a school system with 21 2-axis trackers that generate in an annual basis 120 million watt-hours of electricity a year. Our tracker is different. We polar track the arc of the sun, always pointed at the sun, and it's a developed product we've been making for very many years. I'd like to take you over and show you just how they work. This is our most popular tracking system. It's our 2-axis tracker, and as you see, it has stainless steel bolts to hold the vertical members on and stainless steel bolts to hold the brackets on. So any solar panel will fit. And so you can have the tracker and choose to put any panel on it because they can be moved with these stainless steel brackets. This 2-axis tracker is tracking the arc of the sun, following it all day, and the controller has it return at midnight. And we stay within 5 degrees of the sun. Our experience has shown if we're 12 or 13 degrees off the sun, there is some losses. So this stays within 5 degrees, catching the sun, passing it just a little bit, let the sun pass it, and continues to move and returns at midnight. The arc of the sun changes 47 degrees from the longest to the shortest day. So the linear actuator changes our arc. We do not search for the sun as many do, or we don't use some complicated computer program. What we're really doing is tracking the arc of the sun by polar tracking. So the pivot point must be aligned precisely with north and south, and it must be set up so it's always pivoting on its latitude. But it must tip forward and back from that to follow the arc of the sun. So the little motor up there on the arm moves 8 seconds on Sunday at 1 o'clock so that it's always following the arc of the sun. The controller knows when the longest day and the shortest day is, and so even if it rains all day and the sun isn't out, we're exactly pointed at the sun all the time. And we have a controller that only takes about 14 watts when it's working, and most of the time it's just at rest. This shows the inverter that would be typical and the electrical connection from the inverter to the AC power. This system of course is connected to the grid, and so it's metered separately. This is the typical 2-axis system. It's a gearbox running a big heavy-duty chain. We've had this in production for about 30 years with satellites. It's a well-developed system. This is 16 panels of about 3.2 kilowatt hours, and it will generate more than 6,000 kilowatt hours a year. The foundation is a drilled hole with a sonotube with bolts in it, and this is the typical system. We make them in hurricane zones where we have to put fewer panels and bigger foundations for 150 mile an hour wind, This is a system that is engineered for a 90-mile-an-hour wind.
We manufacture the mounting systems and sell them wholesale throughout the world. We make the mounting system in the same buildings as our spun aluminum parabolic antennas. We make small parts with computer-controlled plasma equipment and automated saws. The mounting system is a proven product that is extremely heavy-duty. We also stock and can offer panels and inverters. In Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, and Iowa, we also offer complete systems installed. We build 3 types of solar tracking equipment. Our 2-axis tracker is a proven product that maximizes the generating capabilities of the panels since it is lined up with the sun throughout the day. It is up to 40% more efficient than a fixed system. We find that in some locations, solar tracking does not work well because of obstructions such as trees, hills, or buildings. In these areas, we can install a similar system that doesn't track but has some great benefits. Lower maintenance and costs compared to tracking systems. Systems can be placed close together with no shadowing. Simple seasonal adjustment allows you to gain 8% over a purely fixed system. Our third system is a modular single-axis tracker that has a gain of up to 30% over a fixed system. It has a galvanized frame that does not need paint and resists rust. Each module holds 2 panels and up to 10 modules can be put on a single controller. This means a system can have up to 5 kilowatt hours of single-axis trackers. Some advantages of the modular tracker are less expensive than dual-axis tracking systems. No foundation is required since they can use non-roof piercing weighted mounts or they can be anchored to the ground. Expandable since you can start with 2 modules and add more as needed. It is easy to relocate in the future if trees or buildings become an issue. There are many reasons to consider a solar tracking system from DH Solar. Combined with other conservation measures, we can help you become energy independent. In fact, the first system we installed at a residence in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, generates more power than the homeowner uses. They receive a payment for excess power from the power company. We all know it is the right thing to do and helps the environment. But did you know that with the current state and federal rebates and incentives, solar may provide a better return than a CD in the bank? DH Solar is ready to help you with your next solar project, no matter how big or small. Give us a call today for more information.